Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. My friends, XRP will not disappoint, not big picture. And yes, it's true, you may have noticed by now, XRP is having a little bit of a pullback, but this was after a monstrous rise. I don't know if you realize this, but XRP from its most recent bottom a couple weeks or so ago at 38 cents compared to its most recent top somewhere around 63 cents, that's somewhere above a 65% increase. You don't go up in a straight line without pullbacks, though. And I'm going to share with you perspective, because I will tell you this. I've got perspective from, I don't know, I think 6 or 7 different XRP chart analysts in this video, so pretty heavy XRP video here. You'll see multiple analysts agreeing, yeah, it makes sense to be pulling back, things getting overheated, consolidate before continuing the march north, upward again. That's just how things go. But it's nice seeing that Bitcoin has been recovering also recently. Don't forget, although Bitcoin is over 64,000 at the time I'm recording this, it was like 54,000 not long ago, within what, like the last week or so, something like that. So anyway, good developments on the whole. We do want to see additional expansion in crypto markets in terms of breadth. We've been talking a lot about I have been, and others in the XRP community have also been talking about seeing an increase in terms of breadth, expansion in equities, because you have never seen a full-on XRP or crypto bull run, without that taking place. And so it does look like, as of last week, we're seeing the beginning signs of that, but we need to see a continuation of that. So anyway, plenty to discuss, but before going further, I do want to be clear, I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. As I record this video, it is 5:29 p.m. Central Time, Thursday, July 18th, 2024. XRP at 57 cents. Bitcoin, like I said, 64K, roughly. You got the Crypto Fear and Greed Index at 61 out of 100. So market participants right now feel like some greedy bitches. And I say fair enough to that. Here, let's look here. Actually, how long was it that long ago was it that Bitcoin was down? Well, so 7 days ago it was like down to 56,000. Here's the 30-day. Yeah, so if you go to July 5th, you can see that Bitcoin was in the 54,000s. So it's jumped up a fair bit too. But in terms of performance, XRP has absolutely over this time period put Bitcoin to shame, and you do love to see it. I mean, still, even with this most recent pullback over the last 7-day period, XRP is still up 28%. Here's a post from chart analyst Ali Martinez, and you'll love to see this. He says, over 120,000 Bitcoin, valued at approximately $7.2 billion, have been withdrawn from crypto exchanges in the past 2 weeks. And so it's fascinating if you look at the timing where Bitcoin started to move to the upside and how are people behaving, because when people are pulling Bitcoin off exchanges, that means they're doing it because they're not intending to sell it anytime soon. It's a good sign. You'll like to see it. And here's a post from the Nijin Tropic account. This is run by the two co-founders of on-chain analytics firm Glassnode. And this is a Bitcoin USD chart. And they wrote the following. I'll just tell you this. Their bullishness remains intact. Bitcoin's push higher continues, despite a lot of bearishness 2 weeks ago and a large supply of Bitcoins. Bitcoin has rallied 21% since the low on Friday, July 5th. Various technical levels have been broken in a bullish manner, and RSI has broken downside momentum after bullish divergence. Now we look up for the next likely level of $69,000 before $74,000, and onwards, we remain bullish. And I'd say for good reason. And as I've been saying for some time, and I was saying this pretty frequently back in January, like given that the S&P 500 had hit a new all-time high in January for the first time. It's had tons of new all-time highs since then. But data shows that I think it's something like 12 out of the last 13 times the S&P 500 hit a new all-time high after going through a bear market, dating back to like the 1950s. 12 out of the last 13 times, if you fast forward a year beyond when it hit the all-time high, it was up on average 16%. So there's that. And we also know that as that happens, crypto moves in tandem. So even simply just looking at that in terms of probability, it's something to consider. And that's why within the last week, seeing the Russell 2000 small cap stocks taking off, that's been a hell of a start. But even that won't go and isn't going up in a straight line. That's not particularly alarming. But I shared this post because I was listening to the Blockchain Backers' most recent YouTube video this afternoon. I was out walking my dog, my pet peeve, and I popped in my AirPods and I was listening. And it's nice if you can look at a screen when he's pulling up charts and stuff, but sometimes I don't always have the convenience and I'm walking my dog. But then he got to this part where it was towards the end of the video, and he was doing an overlay of XRP and the Russell 2000. And he was talking about how they fit together so perfectly. So I was like, wait a minute. So I'm walking my dog, and then I pull my phone out, and I'm looking at that. I'm like, well, hot damn. It sure as hell does. And I'm not particularly surprised because yesterday I had a comment, and I was like, it's not surprising that we've seen this at the same time. So, XRP going up, I said it's not surprising that we've seen the Russell 2000 go up at the same time. I literally said that. I'm pretty sure it was literally yesterday. And so then today he pulls up this chart and I'm like, well, how about that? Color me surprised, except for I'm not surprised at all, but I'm glad he did this. And so I took a screen grab of that on my phone and uploaded it. So this is from the Blockchain Backers video, the screen grab that you're looking at right now, if you're looking at your screen. And I shared a quote from him. This is verbatim. He said, "If I overlay XRP on the Russell 2000, you can see it's one trade." And so he's not kidding. It's doing the same thing. Look, this is not coincidence here. And somebody asked what I think is a pretty reasonable question. Somebody wrote to me in response to that and said, "Why is it one trade? Who is coordinating this?" And so, it really is a fair enough question, but there isn't coordination. So I wrote, it's not about coordination. It's about how speculators treat risk on assets. Markets move in tandem. And that's become increasingly clear to me. So like when I jumped into crypto in 2017, I always believed utility matters and will win the day. And I do still believe that. But when the big moves happen, it's because of liquidity. It's yes, money is more likely to flow where it makes sense if you let enough time pass. But in terms of the points in history where you do see money flowing in, it is spread out. The wealth is kind of spread out. And so the fact that you're seeing this, what looks like it could be the beginning phases of expansion for the Russell 2000, and then XRP's going at the exact same damn time, it's not surprising. It's because it's all getting treated the same. As you go further out the risk curve, whether you're talking about equities or crypto assets, they're getting treated the same in that sense. So, and the cream of the crop will rise to the top ultimately, especially by the time this asset class is much more mature. But again, even when in the maturity of the asset class, when there are quote unquote big moves, it will be because of liquidity cycles. Like that's what it's been, right? So that's actually not surprising. So there's no coordination here. It's just how speculators treat these assets, broadly speaking. It's the same. So if you're wondering, is XRP going to hit a new all-time high? Well, like I keep saying, if we're going to see true expansion, if there's going to be an alt season, yes, you better believe that XRP is going to be a part of it. It does not make logical sense to think that if we see all of that, which isn't guaranteed, but if we see all that for XRP to sit on the sidelines, no, I'm XRP, but I'm not interested in this bull run. It does not sound fun to me. No, that's not what's going to happen. It doesn't make any damn sense. When people say stupid stuff out of their stupid face holes, like XRP's just not going to perform because reasons, I just, it's like the audible sigh, facepalm, eye roll, all that stuff. It does not make sense. Now the Russell, though, here you can see this is on Bloomberg. It's just showing the performance today for the Russell 2000 small cap stocks, down 1.85%, but that's okay. It's not going to go up in a straight line. So how about that? Another day where it's syncing up. XRP's a little bit down, Russell's down, and so in terms of percentage, XRP's more down, but you have greater volatility in crypto. So when directionally they're doing the same thing, the percentage differences are going to be much more substantial in crypto, which is why we're in crypto. Volatility is the purpose of investing. Duh. So we'll see if this is going to resume. My supposition is that yes, we're going. If I had to bet right now, yes, I think that the expansion is likely to continue, and we are going to have our crazy bull runs, but it's not guaranteed right now. It's a make or break moment still, but it's very encouraging to see what we've been seeing recently. Absolutely. There's this post also from Crypto Insight UK, and he noted here, I don't need to read the whole thing, but he noted that, As far as XRP goes, market got a little overheated. Well, yeah, of course, same thing happens with anything that runs like this. Bitcoin, ETH, XRP, obviously, having gone up, over 65% in very short order, massively outperforming the rest of the market, just about all coins. Yeah, not surprising that there's a little bit of consolidation here. So here's a post this morning from Charting Guy. He said XRP wave 2 of 1 of 3. Targets are fib levels marked. 52 cents is my main target. Anything below that, if it comes, would be a major buy the dip opportunity. Green levels are max pain and opportunity levels. Here's your time to buy your sideline. So he does think that there's a pretty damn good chance that we do see lower, even if it's 52 cents, which is still way higher than our recent lows of 38 cents. But he's just saying, there's an opportunity for what he's calling max pain here, which could be maybe like even in the low 40s, 42 cents, something. But he doesn't think that's probable. Could have. He's saying it could happen, but he's just like, buy the F out of it, effectively. That's the sentiment anyway. I'm not telling you you do whatever the hell you want. I don't care if you buy or don't buy. I'm just saying that's the sentiment. It's like, buy, Then there was this from him this afternoon, another XRP USD chart, and he said, XRP 56 cents, check, because we did see prices dip today. XRP got down to, I think, 55.9 cents this afternoon. And so he said, check, 56 cents. Next area of interest, 52 to 53 cents area. If we lose that, it ups the chances of a shakeout to 45 cents. As I've been saying the past few days, any correction that comes after this recent impulsive move up is just a buy the dip opportunity. And so it's not something to be afraid of. And in the end, ultimately, when we do see expansion in equities, in crypto, and alt season, whenever that happens, that's the moment where we get to prove that we're right. Technically, fine, we could be wrong, but it just doesn't make any damn sense to me. But if we let enough time pass, I do believe firmly that we will be proven to be correct. Of course, XRP is going to run here. But in the short term, stuff like this going up, and it's not going to matter in the end. This is not something to be afraid of. Like, people just treat these assets more or less the same, and then you're worried about picking the right one. It's more like just have broad exposure, and then when it goes, and that's that. This is not as complicated as it may seem on the surface, or if you're brand new to crypto. I can understand why it can seem overwhelming. And it's not to say there isn't risk. There's tremendous risk. But in terms of the complexity of understanding what you need to in order to be confident in what you're doing for the long haul, that isn't that complex. Investing in an asset class, having broad exposure, and then just having an adult enough perspective and understanding of the stuff to just not tinker with stuff, not get in and out of positions, not play with stuff, just let time pass, let time do the heavy lifting. Like, if you can wrap your head around that, you're probably going to be all right. Here's a post from chart analyst Dom at TraderView2. It's the most recent addition to his thread here, and he said, and this is just this morning, he said, retest coming in clean on XRP. Red box is the area to hold and consolidate. So here you can see he's talking about kind of similar range to what Charting Guy was talking about, maybe as low as 53 cents here, maybe a little bit higher here. But yeah, just the point being, what I keep seeing from multiple analysts here, that's why I'm highlighting it in this video, as this is normal, you should expect it. There should be consolidation and a move to the upside. If it actually does go lower than that, that is a gift from God, effectively. There you go. That's the sentiment. Here's a post from chart analyst E. Greg Crypto, XRP price chart here. And he says, XRP genuine wake-up line. Yes, the Atlas line. You're just going to have to look at your screen if you want to know what he's talking about. There's a specific line in the symmetrical triangle here that he's referencing. And he notes in, I'm going to read this, but he notes in this post that the price action did fall out of it, but that was just basically a dirty trick here. So he writes, yes, the Atlas line was breached, but it was just a bear trap. Now XRP is within the 55 to 58 cent range. A weekly closure in this range will pave the way to test 70 to 75 cents, the genuine wake-up line. Short-term targets, $1.30 to $1.50 before a retest of the triangle breakout. Then get ready for pure fireworks. First major test, fib 1.618 at $6.40. I will wait however long it takes for that to happen. I will tell you that. I've been waiting 6.5 years. I'm not the least bit impatient. I actually do mean that. When it comes to investing, that's my default. And I was already like this before I jumped into crypto. I was like, yeah, whatever. Investing in equities, boring stuff, whatever. Hold it for decades, becomes worth a fortune. Got it. And so, I have that mindset going into crypto, and it's easy for me anyway. I understand people get impatient. I'm not like that. I came in with this with a very long-term thought process back in 2017. And plus, it's fun being here anyway. Like, aren't you just having fun being in the moment? We're at the advent of crypto. I understand it's been 15 years, but we're towards the beginning part of this whole damn thing, and I'd argue it's still basically in its nascency here. Once in a species opportunity for life-changing wealth. I mean, I'm having fun even during the bear market. This is why I still have fun. This is incredible. I just wish more people sufficiently appreciated this, because there'll be people alive decades from now that will wish that they had this opportunity, and they won't have it because decades from now the volatility undoubtedly will be minimal compared to where it is now. The opportunity for life-changing wealth in crypto, it's just not going to be the same. It's going to be, investing and trading in crypto way in the future when the asset class is mature. It's going to be as boring as investing in precious metals. That's what I think it's going to look like anyway. Here's a post from chart analyst Dark Defender, XRP USD chart. And he says, "Hi all. XRP increased 67.56% from 38 cents to 63 cents. I'm rounding the numbers there. Based on this move, the 4-hour time frame structure update is here. The ABC wave can take 2 days to complete and can extend to 49.9 cents. Minor resistance at 87 cents before $1.03. And he just says, "I'll keep you posted." So, again, it's another analyst acknowledging, okay, yeah, so I guess pull back, but then onward, bigger, better, higher things, right? So don't let any of this bother you. Like, XRP will not disappoint. Asterisks, as long as, if you're talking in the short term anyway, or for this market cycle rather, as long as we continue to see expansion, XRP is going to be a part of it. But even past that, even if we see a breakdown, we go into a multi-year bear market, which I don't think is probable. I'm just going to keep holding it, and then when we come out of that, liquidity flows in and it does its thing, so we still win in the end anyway. We're going to win no matter what, right? Not literally. I mean, we could be wrong, fine, and time can show us that if so, but I have strong conviction that's not the case. So I do believe what's most high by a long shot is if we wait whatever it takes, because we don't control the timeline, time will prove that we were correct to be holding XRP, and it's going to be worth a fortune compared to where it is now. That's what I believe. I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.